Is the United States military abandoning its commitment to protecting innocent lives in the heat of battle? When a specialized office designed to prevent civilian harm sees its staff gutted from 10 professionals down to a single person, you have to ask yourself what exactly is going on behind closed doors at the Pentagon. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in U.S. politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and allows us to keep bringing you the unfiltered truth about what's happening in our government. The facts of this situation are both chilling and undeniable. Admiral Brad Cooper, the top U.S. military leader at Central Command, confirmed during a recent testimony that the office dedicated to civilian harm reduction, a vital piece of the military's internal infrastructure, has been effectively dismantled. We are talking about a reduction from 10 full-time employees tasked with monitoring and mitigating risks to non-combatants, down to a skeleton crew of 1. This revelation did not happen in a vacuum. It comes on the heels of a horrific incident, the deadly bombing of an Iranian school during the early stages of the ongoing tension between Washington and Tehran. For years, the military has touted its civilian harm mitigation programs as a gold standard, a way to ensure that the fog of war doesn't lead to unnecessary tragedy. These teams were responsible for reviewing intelligence, assessing risk profiles for strikes, and ensuring that the laws of armed conflict were respected even in the most intense combat zones. By slashing this workforce to almost nothing, the military is essentially stripping away the safety nets meant to guard against catastrophic errors. When you look at the implications, it's hard not to be concerned about the direction we are heading. If you have only one person overseeing civilian harm mitigation for an entire command as massive as CENTCOM, you have to wonder if their role is anything more than a bureaucratic checkbox. Are they there to actually prevent civilian deaths, or are they there just to provide legal cover when something goes wrong? This shift signals a potentially dangerous evolution in how the U.S. approaches modern warfare. In an era of precision-guided munitions and high-stakes drone strikes, you would think that the need for oversight would be increasing, not disappearing. Instead, we are seeing the exact opposite. This move suggests that the political and military establishment is prioritizing speed and operational agility over the painstaking, labor-intensive work of verifying that targets are truly legitimate. Who is affected by this? Obviously, the populations in the regions where U.S. forces operate, but ultimately, the American taxpayer and the credibility of our military are on the line as well. Every time a civilian is killed in an American strike, it fuels anti-American sentiment, recruits for extremist organizations, and complicates our diplomatic efforts for years to come. By cutting the very people tasked with preventing these outcomes, the military isn't just ignoring ethics, they are actively undermining our long-term national security interests. Critics of this move are already sounding the alarm, pointing out that this looks like an attempt to avoid accountability for the school bombing and other incidents that haven't even hit the headlines yet. If there are no investigators, there is no investigation. If there is no oversight team, there are no reports highlighting systemic failures. This is how a culture of impunity begins to take root in even the most professional organizations. We need to be clear about what this means. The loss of these roles isn't just about personnel numbers. It's about a loss of institutional memory, a loss of specialized skill, and a loss of the conscience of the military branch. The people who held these roles weren't just administrators. They were the ones asking the hard questions that commanders might not want to hear. Without them, the echo chamber in the planning rooms is only going to get louder. So what do you think about this? Is the military streamlining its operations to be more effective, or is it trying to hide the true cost of its recent military engagements? Does this move make you trust the Pentagon more, or does it make you suspicious of what they are trying to cover up? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one, and I want to hear your take on this dangerous shift. At the end of the day, a military that operates without oversight is a military that risks losing the support of the very people it claims to protect. We have to demand transparency, and we have to keep asking the questions that those in power would prefer we ignore. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned as we continue to track this developing story and hold those in power accountable. We'll see you in the next video.